What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 squad? Welcome back into another video. And listen, we got something different for you guys. I know this has been a trend. I haven't really been onto the trend as much, but I had to react to this mock draft. This is by far one of the worst mock drafts I've ever seen in my entire life for this season so far. Mel Kiper never ceases to amaze me. Now, I pretty much respect everybody's mock drafts, but when it comes to the experts, especially when it comes to the grandfather or the godfather, right? That's what everybody calls him, the godfather of mock drafts, of the NFL draft, in Mel Kiper, you would expect him to be more on the tee with these picks. And even though the actual 2021 draft has not happened yet, I still believe this is going to be way off from what actually happens in the NFL draft. Every single year, he always throws out these wonky NFL mock drafts that I just can't seem to understand. So I wanted to walk through this with you guys. Now, I do not have ESPN Plus because I am broke. So that being said, we're going to go on Reddit because Reddit has everything you want for free. So that I shouldn't have said that. But that being said, let's go into this mock draft. Now, this came out about 2 days ago, but I was appalled when I saw this. I had to make a video. So first pick, obviously, Trevor Lawrence. We'll walk through every single one together. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, you really can't screw that up. If he were to go anywhere else than Trevor Lawrence, unless it's a literal what-if situation, what if the Jaguars don't go Trevor Lawrence, then we can make a conversation. We could actually respect the mock draft, but you have to have Trevor Lawrence at number 1. Number 2, they have the Atlanta Falcons moving up from 4 to 2 to take Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. Here's the thing I don't understand about the Atlanta Falcons, people mocking the Falcons taking a quarterback. I get Matt Ryan is towards the end of his career, but if you look at the dead cap situation for Matt Ryan's contract, he still has about 2 more years on his deal. I believe the dead cap for those 2 years, respectively, exclusively for each year, it's like over $28 million, almost in the 30s, if not more than that. I believe I saw a dead cap of $41 million somewhere in that contract, but I believe that was in past years, not in the next 2 years. But either way, there's a huge dead cap hit for Matt Ryan. There's no way they're getting out of that contract unless they pull off another Philadelphia Eagles and will just eat the dead cap. I don't see them getting a quarterback this year that they draft this early, and then have Justin Fields sit out for the duration of Matt Ryan's contract, which is another 2 years. I don't see it. So especially going up to 2 and grabbing up Justin Fields, and then I would assume you're giving up more picks in this round. Not a first rounder, I don't think, for 2 spots, but not a first rounder next year. But I don't understand it. Now, he doesn't have any trade details in his mock draft, so we don't necessarily know what the Falcons would have gave up for that 4th overall pick. We move on to the Miami Dolphins. At 3, they go Devontae Smith. I've seen this. It's very popular. I don't think the Dolphins should trade down if they go any wide receiver here. They should definitely trade down, whether that be if the Eagles want to move up for a quarterback, if the Carolina Panthers want to move up for a quarterback. It could be anybody, right? Especially in that top 10, if they want to move up for a quarterback. They could still wind up with Devontae Smith. Jamar Chase will probably be out with the Philadelphia Eagles. You would either get Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase. So I don't see why Miami would take a wide receiver this early. I see it in a lot of mock drafts. I don't think it should happen. Maybe it will, but I don't think it should happen. New York Jets, obviously, they traded down from 2 to 4. They pick up Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. I don't understand this. You're a team that is rebuilding, all right? And you have the opportunity at first with the 2nd overall pick in the draft. And instead of starting your rebuild with a quarterback, you start your rebuild with a new regime by drafting a tight end 4th overall. Are you crazy? We don't even need to talk about this, guys. We don't even need to talk about it. Moving on. Cincinnati Bengals go Penei Sewell. the Jets should have got Penny Sewell. But whatever. Philadelphia Eagles, Jamar Chase, wide receiver. That's probably the best option. I don't think the Eagles, if Devontae Smith is there, in this case, Devontae Smith is not there. If Devontae Smith is there, just by judging what the Philadelphia Eagles like in their wide receivers, I think they would take Devontae Smith over Jamar Chase. But that's just me. I know the Eagles pretty well. I don't think they would take Devontae Smith. I don't think they would take Jamar Chase. I think they would take Devontae Smith. But I digress. They take a wide receiver here. We have the 49ers moving up to 7. We're in a trade with Detroit. I could definitely see this trade happening. I could see Detroit, if they feel like they can get a wide receiver later or any other player later. In this case, we'll talk about it. But in this case, they move down. I can see that happening. The 49ers moving up. I see that happening. Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. I like it. This is probably one of the few picks I do like. Carolina at number 8, going Mac Jones. This is another confusing thing for me. I love Mac Jones. Mac Jones! Who? Mac Jones! It's an inside joke on the channel. But love Mac Jones. But I don't see him going in the top 10. I don't think it will happen. I don't think he should go in the top 10. I think he's right outside that top 10 range, in my opinion, my honest opinion. But Carolina could definitely trade down in this case, or they could have phoned an offer with the Patriots. I don't know. I'm not too. Maybe this was the type of pick that Carolina had to make, but I don't think it's a good pick at number 8. New England Patriots. They're going to be trading up, and Denver will trade down. Don't know why Denver would trade down in this situation. This is not going to happen. But Trey Lance comes off the board to New England, and I think that would be a really good fit over there in New England. The Dallas Cowboys take Patrick Surtain. I see that happen in a lot of mocks. I think I did that in my mock as well, which is soon to come out. The New York Giants take Jalen Waddle. Love this pick. The Detroit Lions, after trading down with San Francisco, they have the 12th overall pick, and they take Micah Parsons. I had in some drafts, I've seen in some draft Micah Parsons going 7th overall, so they trade down still get their guy. I don't mind it. Chargers taking Rashawn Slater, okay. Minnesota Vikings taking Elijah Vera Tucker, okay. Denver Broncos trading down, and they still find a way to land Caleb Farley. I think Mel Kiper forced this pick to happen. He wanted the Denver Broncos to trade down and still end up with Caleb Farley. I just don't see how the Chargers don't get Caleb Farley. Maybe the Vikings. I don't know. I know they have some good guys over there. And I just don't see it. And I think Caleb Farley is going to come off the board before Patrick Surtain. So that's just me. Arizona taking J.C. Horn. Who doesn't have Arizona taking J.C. Horn? Las Vegas going Trevin Morg, a safety out of TCU, 17th overall. I think that's a little too high. I don't think that's a good pick whatsoever, but it is what it is. The Raiders are infamous for taking picks like this. Miami taking Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah after taking Devontae Smith. Okay, I think they should go a little. They should have went Christian Darrisaw here, but I guess you get some linebacker help with that defense that is developing very well. Washington taking Christian Darrisaw. All right, I could see that. But didn't they draft a depth tackle last year in the 4th round? And don't they have Morgan Moses still? And at left tackle they got some other guy that they believe in. I don't know. But they take a tackle here for a quarterback, which we do not know who that will be yet, whether that be Taylor Heineke or whoever. Chicago Bears taking Kadarius Toney, wide receiver out of Florida. I can see that happening. I like it. Indianapolis Colts getting Greg Rousseau. I think Greg Rousseau is more of a bottom first-rounder guy to second-round guy, but I guess. Tennessee Titans taking Jalen Phillips. They need edge. Kwity Paye dropping all the way down to the Jets. I've seen this trend happen a lot. I can't remember if this is happening in my mock draft, but maybe. Pittsburgh Steelers reaching here and getting Landon Dickerson, center out of Alabama. Now, I think in my mock draft I had Elijah Vera Tucker going, so he was obviously already off the board. But Landon Dickerson, early first round. A lot of people have this happening. I don't think it would be a good idea. They should probably go after a tackle here. I guess they want to go interior, but they should probably go after a tackle. Sam Cosmi is available. Taven, what's his name? Taven, the guy out of Oklahoma. Couple guys on the board at tackle that you can grab up here. Jacksonville going Christian Barmore. Okay, the Jaguars are another team just like the 49ers that just keep going D-line in their drafts and with their first round picks. So this is pretty consistent with that. Cleveland Browns getting Zaven Collins. I could see that. Baltimore Ravens going Terrace Marshall. Very, very good pick. Would be an awesome pick for Baltimore. Saints going Jason Owe. I could see that happening. Green Bay, Joe Tryon out of Washington. Little bit of a reach here, but I mean, I'm a Aziz Ojulari guy, but he has him going later. Tevin Jenkins, that's the guy out of Oklahoma State that I was talking about. Okay, tackle being drafted there. They have Deion Dawkins there, and I believe they had a failed experiment with Cody Ford over there. So I believe that's his name, Cody Ford, but they had a failed experiment there with him. Walker Little, offensive tackle out of Stanford. Never even heard of the dude. To be quite frank with you guys, I'm surprised Sam Cosmi isn't off the board. So there's that. And then Tampa Bay getting Aziz Ojulari. Now, I don't understand why Kansas City is grabbing a tackle here. Maybe this guy is more of a guard. I don't know. But they still have Eric Fisher, and they have Mitchell Schwartz. That's possibly one of the best tackle duos of all time. Of the NFL right now, currently. The only reason why I think he made this pick is because of the tackle situation in the Super Bowl, but both those guys were hurt, so a little confusing there. They definitely need probably interior offensive line help. They have a lot of free agents on that interior offensive line. Kelechi Osemele, we don't know if he's going to be coming back, but they should probably went linebacker here. Probably go defense, right? They need help on defense. Maybe a wide receiver that fell. Rondale Moore, right? They need some wide receivers over there in Kansas City. I know Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman, but the depth for them is not very good. So that being said, that is the mock draft for Mel Kiper, his mock draft 2.0. Again, this is on Reddit, so I believe this is fairly accurate. It should be accurate, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys want me to react to more of these mock drafts and kind of get my 2 cents on these mock drafts, let me know. Send me links on Twitter. Twitter is in the description below. Make sure you guys follow me on there. If you guys wish to be a member, make sure you join the membership. Like the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.